All right, welcome to Purple Raider Sitdown. I am William Moyer, and here with me today is the senior linebacker for the Purple Raiders, the MIKE Linebacker, Keenan Cruz. Keenan Cruz, thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, appreciate you having me, man. I haven't been on this before, so
Yeah.
It should be exciting. It should be fun, man. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so game 1 of the season, you had a big game, had a big play, the interception, and brought it down to, I think, like the 5-yard line.
Yeah, pretty
close. After you got the interception. That was the first of your Purple Raider career.
Yep.
Talk us kind of through that moment, what it was like. The ball kind of just came right to you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were expecting the ball to come to you. Just kind of right place, right time.
Yeah.
But talk us through that moment.
Yeah, no, exactly what you said. I think it's just, I was very excited for it. I've been working hard 4 years here, and finally have that moment. It was definitely fulfilling. But like you said, I was just kind of playing my drop back in coverage, and I read the quarterback's eyes, and he was just scanning, looking to the field, and I just dropped that way, and I don't even think he saw me.
No,
but
I don't think he did.
No, I was literally like, oh, he's throwing it right at me, and the ball released, and I was like, oh, he's throwing it right at me, and I grabbed it, tried to make a couple moves, go down the sideline, but I was really excited. That was big for us there, in that game, because we did end up, not staying on the, where we wanted to be towards the end of that game, but it was a big turning point to keep the momentum and get our offense in good field position and to go score.
I don't think he saw you at all. The receiver was like 5-10 yards behind you.
Yeah.
And the ball just came right to you. I feel like that's kind of a tough position because it's a little like trying to like make a wide open layup or something.
Right.
Like it's a little nerve-wracking because it's a little too easy to have to make that interception. But you made the play, of course, and
Yeah, no, like you said, man, it was like I wasn't really expecting it, but our coaches teach that every day. Just scanning the quarterback vision and continue to understand where he's trying to throw the ball, down and distance, stuff like that. So I was just happy to be there, and it was a great play, but it was just an awesome moment.
Yeah, and so the defense, like in full this season, I would say has just been really good. You personally, you're tied for the most tackles on the team with Weston Arthur. I believe you both got 29, and you're second on the team in tackles for loss behind Caleb Brown. What's been the reason for the defensive success both with you and for the team? Obviously, that game against Wheaton, they were able to put some points up late in the game, make that closer than it was for most of the game. But since then, it's been pretty much Purple Raiders all the way in terms of defensively. What would you say is the reasoning for that?
I think it's our preparation and our bond with one another. I think we really don't want to let one another down. And you can see that out there on the field. And, you could bring up the stats and tackles and TFLs and all that. But really it's, what gets me excited is, the shutdowns or the shutouts, I should say, or the potential we have to get even better as a defense and as a unit. But I think it's just the love for one another, like I said, and then the preparation, the film study, the workouts, the lifts, how we attack each day, and the standard we hold each other to. I think you see it on display on Saturdays, and we really, we hold ourselves to a certain standard, and we're disappointed if we don't meet that standard.
Yeah, and this past Saturday was one of your guys' best games defensively.
Oh, yeah.
Your first shutout of the season against a Wilmington offense who's very good. They've put up a lot of points on the season.
Yep.
But obviously nothing against you guys. Allowed 0 points and forced 4 fumbles, which you recovered all of them.
Yeah.
What was your preparation for Wilmington, and kind of what do you think went into the success that you guys had in that game?
We tried to not let their record fool us because we knew, like you said, the points they were averaging going into that game, and we knew how explosive their offense was and how that's how they really gained success was throwing explosive plays, their quarterback extending plays, and they had some great receivers and some talent. So we were just toned in on don't let the record fool us. It's a big game, and every week is big because it's just another opportunity to take a step in the direction we want to. But a shutout's something we haven't had all year, and it's something we were wanting and we were striving for. And we talked about it before we got out there, when we were there, and we were just able to make it happen, and very excited for our defense.
And I mean, they even had a few opportunities where they were at the edge of the red zone or even in the red zone, and still you guys were able to get the turnover on downs or force the fumble. What do you think it is about the defense that even if Wilmington can get downfield, you guys know you got to lock in on this set of downs and kind of get the stop here? You think it's that bond together with you guys?
The bond, and then it's just the mentality of the next play mentality, right? Like if someone makes a mistake, we're human, it's going to happen, but just caring about each other, being able to pick that man up and go to the next play and then continue to understand like that never quit mentality. Even if they get a couple plays here, we're going to be attacking the ball, be aggressive, and we know who we are, and we trust in our ability to stop them, whether we're backed up, whatever the situation may be. So
yeah. So doing a little bit of research, I saw in your bio that your favorite athlete is Sam Mills, which I found kind of interesting. He's to be honest, I had to look him up.
Yeah.
But he was a Hall of Fame linebacker from the 80s and 90s, and he was an undrafted guy. Why is he your favorite athlete?
Well, you can probably tell, the height.
Yeah.
Me and him both, we have similar height range. It's just so many things I can relate to him with, and it's just the challenges and hurdles he's faced I can relate to in my life. Also coming from a D3 university and going to the NFL and being a Hall of Famer, that's no easy task. And so, and he's a Hall of Famer. He's a guy you look up to and can model your game after. And he was just relentless, like you have to be if you're undersized or other people doubting you and saying you can't do something. So it's just inspirational. It was always been inspirational to me growing up. And so just seeing highlights and things that he's doing and modeling my game after him. There's other guys too.
Yeah.
But that was a big one. It's like, wow, if I want to, imitate anybody, it'd be Sam.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Something I didn't see on your bio though.
Yeah.
But I got a little bit of insider info. I heard you got a couple of nicknames on the team.
Man.
What, can you tell us what those nicknames are?
I mean, them, like you said, you're an insider. I don't really like to cope out and claim these nicknames, but they call me Mini Pekka. The linebacker room created that. That's from Clash Royale game, and it's a very popular video game, and I guess they compare me to him when I'm on the field or something, going and making a play. But that's just all love and all jokes with my guys, and I love them. And then another nickname they have, which it hurts me to even say it, is Little Rossi. And, I'm sure Rashawn Moore.
Of course.
Was an All-American for us for 3 years, and I guess we have physical comparison traits. I don't know. But he's a guy. He's one of my better friends too, and I always when I see him, give him a hug, tell him I miss him and all that, and hope he's doing great and all that. But it's just the love I've had from previous years and previous teams of being here and the culture set here. Those nicknames, they're fun in games, and we laugh and joke, but it's all love at the end of the day. So
I saw it was Rossi was at the homecoming game, right? He was down on the sideline with you guys.
I saw him there early in pregame and dabbed him up and asked how he was doing and all of that. And so he's just we love it when guys like that come back and just show support. It means more because it shows that how they care and how they're not only just about themselves, but they're about the people that they're bringing up, even if they're gone. So, it just goes to show the culture. Yeah,
and kind of going off of that, like your relationship with your guys and your group, you got any favorite memories off the field? Could be as simple as just going out to eat with them, anything like that.
There's so many. Yeah. I'd have to say, going out to eat with friends is always fun. Just hanging out, all those, even meetings or film sessions, before they get started, just coming together as a team bonding trips, away games, bus trips, van trips, stuff like that, staying overnight. It's early in this season, but last season going to the Stag Bowl was an incredible experience, and never really done that on a team, and just those group of guys was so close with them, and there's so many memories, but those are really big ones, going out to eat, team trips and stuff like that I'll never forget. So.
So we're halfway through the regular season now, 5 games through and still got 5 games remaining. What do you think the team is doing well, like offensively and defensively, and then what do you think that you guys could still improve on?
I think the effort ultimately is there. You can see it when we play. The strive to be better, the want to be our best is always going to be there, and I think that's the best thing about our team right now. I think it's just the little things that we can work on and improve on, and I think that, that's the human part of the game. You're not going to be perfect. No game's perfect, but I think it's a good thing that we can improve on these things because the potential, there's no ceiling for this team. And, we have goals. I think everyone knows what our goal is and what we want to accomplish. But I think we understand that the effort we can't teach. The passion and effort for the game is something that we bring every day to practice, every game, and attack every day with. But the little things is stuff, the technique, stuff like that, is stuff that we can improve on, and I think we will as we get going here.
Speaking of effort, there was a big play from this past weekend.
Yeah.
Got put on ESPN.
Man.
I'm sure you know.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey Maloney laying out a big block.
Money Maloney,
obviously,
man.
different side of the ball, but,
yeah.
I mean, what is seeing that? Like, seeing your quarterback, a guy who, you don't usually see a quarterback going out and making those big plays. Yep. Does that kind of make you want to work harder and play harder?
It gets you going. I won't lie. You know, it tunes you up a bit, and we love that guy. You know, that's what I'm talking about, effort and energy right there, and just having a guy, he's a dog. And he'll just go out there and make a play when you need him to make a play, and he's not scared to put his body on the line to protect his teammates and, you know, play for his teammates. And so we love him up. We help him along, but, I mean, he does a lot himself. He's a great guy. So, and off the field, he's just a great guy, great friend of mine, and we're happy to have him. I'll tell you that.
I was talking with Chris Jacoby, student assistant, your friend, about that play. He said he loved it, but he didn't want him leading with his throwing shoulder.
Arm. Yeah, no,
he was a little like, I love it, but you know, you gotta stay healthy. But
I think the coaches probably said the same thing. Like, all right, chill out. Just get in the way.
It's a great play to see, though. I mean, he ran out there, knew he had to be the lead blocker, and just. Yep. Made a play. I mean, got on ESPN.
I mean, you can't beat that and get your name out there. And you know, I'm from Tampa, and you know, I'm a Baker Mayfield guy.
Yeah,
he kind of models that.
Yeah, on the broadcast, I said that. I was like, the only other guy you really see like going out there and doing that is Baker Mayfield. He loves getting out there ahead and just throwing his body at defenders. So.
It's awesome to see, man, and that's how you see, like, you know, the guys on the Bucs, they love him up too the same way. So,
I think it kind of just like lifts the whole team up.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Do you have any pregame kind of like routines or like superstitions, even just like a pregame meal that you like to eat every week, anything like that?
Well, pregame meal, you know, we always eat with the team and stuff like that. I think some pregame rituals that I have is just my warm-up, you know, getting ready to go. Before we have our primer, I have my own primer. I get ready to go. I'm listening to certain music, you know, not just music that are just, you know, any music you think of, but like music that allows me to lock in on the day and just enjoy the moment, feel the arena where I'm at. Yeah. And then just visualize myself out there when bullets start to fly, and you know, then the primer gets going and we do our own thing. But I think it's just the little things that I set up is just, you know, I try to stay organized throughout the day. You know, I wouldn't say too many rituals. I do pray. You know, I pray every game, and I think I just ease my mind a little bit. You know, have some breathing exercises here and there before we get into our primer, and then it just locks me in, focuses me on the day. But I'm really just, you know, out there grateful to be able to play, and so I try to take everything in, every moment, and just, you know, relax, breathe a little bit, and just enjoy the day. Yeah, of course. So now final question. So you're a senior this year. Yep. Last year on the team, unfortunately. But what are your plans after football and after graduating from Mount Union? I know you're a sport business major. Yeah. So what are your plans? Pursue a coaching career is something I always, you know, visualize myself doing whenever football ended. Right now, I coach back home at a sports facility called the Trench Academy. Yeah. I grew up working out there, and they train athletes of all levels, professional, collegiate, high school, youth, and they're really good at what they're doing. A lot of Buccaneers players train there, and they just, you know, they're like family to me. Yeah. So probably start out there, you know, and I could see myself working in that field, whether it's the strength and conditioning or, you know, the position specific, or going into in college coaching and actually coaching and maybe in the professional realm one day. But just seeing wherever the you know, the things align and stuff like that. But very, very excited to see where that goes. And football will still be a very big part of my life, even though it'll be over pretty soon here. Yeah, it seems like anybody who like goes through Mount Union, like with the football program, is kind of like what a lot of guys have talked about. Like, it's kind of like a family. Yeah. Like even like the coaching tree, like of Mount Union. Like there's guys everywhere that have coached and played at Mount Union. So I was watching the Saquon documentary the other day, and just seeing Sirianni on there talking to him, and it's just, you know, while I'm here at school watching it and understanding, like, he's been in my shoes where I'm at and lived it. It's just, it's exciting. That's why people come here. That's why I came to this program. It's just the love and the culture for the game, and then the impact it has on your life after. So, yeah. All right. Well, good luck the rest of the season, Keenan, and thanks for coming on. Go Purple Raiders. Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.